Hello, my name is Shannon Wozniak. I am a second grade teacher in North Carolina. This is my fourth year in second grade. I've also taught 3 years in fourth grade and 1 year in sixth. I'm married and have a 2-year-old little boy. We have fun playing as a family, coloring, and spending time with other family that lives here and friends. I designed this resource because the second grade students in my school have trouble using text details within their written answers. The data that I used was from a program that we use here in North Carolina called Reading 3D. It's an online program that assesses students' reading skills such as fluency, nonsense words, word recognition, and oral and written comprehension. According to the Reading 3D data, 82% of the second grade students at my elementary school are below grade level in the reading comprehension area. On grade level is considered a level J. According to the interviews that I conducted with my fellow coworkers and the instructional coach, most of the students are not on grade level because they're on a level F. Students can't pass this book because they aren't using text details within their written answers. This issue also occurred last school year. 9 second grade students started at a level F at the beginning of the school year, and by the end of the school year, 10 students were on a level F. This shows that this issue is not just in this school year, but in previous school years. When I designed this project, the learning objective that I focused on was to have students write an answer to a comprehension question using text details. I met this learning objective through having a level F text and a few videos that slowly walks them through the process of finding and using those text details. My development that I went through, I decided to use a flipped classroom. That way, students can learn what I wanted them to learn on their own, and then I can assist them as needed within the classroom. I created my own videos because I couldn't find videos that fitted my needs in finding text details. I encountered a couple obstacles along the way while I was making this project. One of the obstacles that I came across was honestly using a camera. Luckily, we have a camera in our household, but it wasn't the best quality that I would look for when presenting videos to my students. If I could, I'd want to reshoot the videos to get closer shots of the story. Another obstacle that I came across was putting videos online. When I first placed them on my site, they were very slow. And then I remembered from a previous class that we could put them onto YouTube, which made it stream more seamlessly. Another issue that I came across was posting a quiz for my students to take so I could make sure they were comprehending it on its own. And I ended up solving this through using SurveyMonkey, but it's more of a survey instead of a true quiz. If I could, I'd like to try to find a quiz to put this on the site. So let's take a tour of my website. Okay, so this is my website. I made this very student friendly because I want my students to be able to use this website when they go to the computer lab. I explain that we are using a flipped classroom and then tell them that in a flipped classroom that they're going to be doing their learning on their own, and then we'll come back to the classroom and just do the activity, which is much more fun. So then we go into the first lesson, and I have the story for them to read, which again is a level F text. I made it available to students to have the story read to them if they need it to be read to them, or they can just read it on their own. I put this option in so that way students who have trouble reading a level F text on their own, they can still learn how to use text features even though they might not be on a level F. So then I have a video explaining how to find text details and answer questions. And then I have 3 questions that they are to do on their own and submit it to me. And then I explain right below it what we're going to be doing in class, which is to read another story and basically complete the same lesson that they did online. Of course, it'll be a little bit more guided in class. And then lesson 2, they have the same story again. And this time, when they're answering questions, they're going to answer the questions on another sheet of paper. And I want them to only record the text details that answers the question. This way that they are practicing finding those text details. And I really only want them to focus on those text details. I also provide for them how they're going to be graded, so that way they understand why they get a 3 or a 2 or a 1. And this is the same way they get graded for reading 3D, is a 3, a 2, and a 1. And then again, I explain what we'll be doing in class. And then the last lesson, I have a video showing them how to then take those text details that they found yesterday and combine it into their own answer. So it's a combination of their answer and the text detail. And again, I have the same 3 questions from yesterday, so that way they're using the details that they already found. They don't have to try to find them again, and they only have to put in their own thinking along with those text details that they've already found. And again, I put in how they're going to be graded and what we'll be doing in class. And then on the last page, I put my citations of the picture that I have here and the story that they're reading. And of course, a survey for any teachers that may use this page and what they think, so that way I can take that information and revise as needed. When I actually implement this project, I plan on doing this right before we take our Reading 3D assessment again, which is in January. This way that they have the lessons fresh in their brains before taking that assessment. This way, I think I can really assess if they understand how to use those text details within their written response. I would use either the computer lab that we have here in our classroom, but more than likely I would use the mobile labs, which are computers on wheels. And that way I can help students one-on-one if need be, or I can pull a small group for my students who are not quite at an F level. This is the results from my 2 evaluators. I first asked them if the website was set up with younger students in mind. Both of my evaluators agreed. I asked if the videos, activities, and assessments align with the learning objectives and standards that I set. Both evaluators agreed. I asked if the assessments appropriately assessed the student's ability to meet the objectives. Both evaluators agreed. I asked if the videos assist in presenting an overall theme and enhance understanding of concepts and ideas and relationships. Both evaluators agreed. I asked if all videos, activities, and assessment directions were written clearly and the project was easy to navigate. Both evaluators agreed. And then I asked if the resource was valuable for teaching, and both evaluators agreed there. What I learned from the feedback that I received is that both evaluators thought that this resource would be very beneficial for 2nd grade students with using text details within the written response. One of my evaluators wondered how I would reteach students if they got the answers incorrect on any part of the lesson. She also wondered if the answers would be reviewed in order to provide feedback to students, which I could do during the in-class flipped part of the lesson. In terms of changes that I would make to my project, I would add probably some more stories. That way students could get some more practice. So once they come into class and get some more practice, they could then go again off by themselves and practice it some more. I would also like to refilm my videos, though even though neither one of my evaluators mentioned it, I feel that I could get better quality from each of the shots, such as the shots of the story. And I hope you enjoyed my project.